Hey, thanks for joining my live, whether you're watching it live or later. I will say I am going to be eating some French bread pizza because I had some food when I got home from work, and I'm hungry again. So I wanted French bread pizza, and that's what we're having. But I was hoping to finish it before this, but I forgot to get it started in time. I forgot that, I micro bake it. So it's like microwave and in the toaster oven. And then it was really hot, so I've had to let it sit for a moment. So I will be eating it, but probably for not that long because I'm a pretty fast eater and it's only like one piece of bread to my pizza. But anyways, this video probably won't be that long. Anyways, that's what anyways is because Lauren is tired. Okay, it was a long weekend, and yeah, I'm just tired. So yeah, but I still wanted to do this live stream because I know it's already the 3rd of December and the month I think is just going to get away from me. But I've been really proud of myself for doing my monthly recaps every month this year, and I was not going to let it get away from me. So without further ado, the only real update as far as like the monthly goals go, or yearly goal with the monthly check-in, is I'm still, I think, making progress on the fitness for sure. I think I'm doing okay with the eating. Obviously, I'm gonna eat some more food now. I'm trying to honor myself. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat some food, right? Um, and then I'm making lots of progress with my animated short, Colors of the Soul. If you haven't checked it out, I should, after this video is done, I'll put the link to the Indiegogo page I'll like comment it. So you can check it out if you want. I'm really happy with how like the fundraiser's going, but like even happier with how like the actual art is turning out with the animation team and everything. It's just like really exciting. And I don't know, I feel I'm not, I showed one of my coworkers today some of the concept art and he was like, oh my God, wow, you drew this? And I was like, absolutely not. I am paying someone for this. I absolutely did not draw that. Glad you think I have that kind of talent, but no talent like that. That was paid. And I'm, really happy about that. So those are like basically the update yearly goals. And now for the fun part where I put my phone on Do Not Disturb so I can show off my photos because that's what I live for. Unlike Ursula, I live to show off my own life to people, which is not true. It's a joke. It's a joke. But I do like sharing my life, obviously, or I wouldn't be any active on social media. But that's not the point of life, as far as I'm aware. Before we start, I'm just going to take a little bite of my pizza. So, start off the month real strong, being a good person by going to the animal shelter. But like, it's not even so much like, oh, being a good person. Like, I'm just so happy at the animal shelter. Like, this is me and a dog and her stuffed avocado, right? Like, how can you be upset at a dog and an avocado, right? Like, it's so funny. And I just feel so, I don't know, I feel so happy at the animal shelter. I love interacting with the animals. And although sometimes it is like bittersweet, I am so happy to be able to help like the dogs there because I'm dog trained. And then every now and then I interact with like the bunnies or the guinea pigs. But for the most part, it's dogs. And I'm just so grateful to be able to be helping to improve their lives and helping them to hopefully find their forever home. So really strong start. And then I went to my friend's house and made Rice Krispies while she made gingerbread, which is like, actually, she already made the gingerbread. She made the dough. She had to like bake it. So that was way more impressive for her to be doing the gingerbread and I made Rice Krispies, but that was to prepare for the next day because my friends and I made a very impressive gingerbread house that I am really, really proud of us for making. So go team. However, we didn't win our work competition, which is not fair, but whatever. We can only do so much, right? And then the next thing that happened was I got my custom core set, which everyone has to deal with because I love it and it's my channel. So if you've seen it on videos and you're like, I'm over it, it's tough luck because I will be appearing again. I promise you that. But super worth the money. I'm so happy that I went with Nightingale Corsetry. Not sponsored. I'm just really happy about it. And it's going to look perfect in New Zealand and beyond. Like, I just know it will. Then before I knew it, my parents were visiting me. They visited for basically a little over a week. But the first weekend we went to Las Vegas and I took them to the Sphere. That's where I work. Well, I work in Burbank, but, I work for the Sphere, and we get, like, comp tickets, which is nice, for the main, like, movie show, and we look so cute. Yay, family. It was really fun. We didn't do any gambling. We're not a gambling kind of family, but we were there for the weekend, so we did, lots of walking around. That's what my family's big at, walking around, not gambling, and poking around like, looking at the casinos because 'cause they're kind of architecturally interesting, and just really having a nice time. Family time is always fun. My parents did the driving, like, from LA to Vegas. I did no driving. I just was there for, moral support. And I'd say it was a success. It was a great weekend. The rest of the week, while my parents were in town, during the week, I was going to work every day, but I would see them like in evenings, which was really nice. And they did their own adventures during the day. My dad also fixed my ring light, which is, I thought it was behind me. It's not. It's actually my room, so we'll just leave it there. But I had thought I was actually missing like this little clasp thingy, like in the pipes, but I was actually missing like a whole like pipe piece of the ring light, which is kind of embarrassing that I didn't realize that was the problem. But he used some uh, electrical tape, I think, and now it's not spinning around because for literally like a year and a half, I think since I moved into this apartment, it just goes where it wants to, like with gravity or wherever the wind takes it, like there the ring light goes, and I really have to maneuver it and like position it in ways so that I can like set off the light and it doesn't go everywhere. So that was a big victory. And we also went out to breakfast one day because I had a doctor's appointment, so we went to, like, an early breakfast, and I got this really good hot chocolate and this even better waffle. I was very pleased. I got the booze, berries and bananas waffle, but I didn't get the banana, I just got the berries, so, I don't know why I shared that information, I just thought it was funny. Also, enjoy this photo of the dog at puppy camp while my parents were away. Then la-di-da-di-da-di-da. The next weekend, my dad had to go back to the East Coast to prepare for work, but my mom stayed the extra weekend and we went to Travel Town with some people from my job for like a potluck. And I've never been to Travel Town, but it's in Griffith Park and it is basically like all these old trains. Like old trains. Caboose built in 1881 old, okay? But it was really fun. This is me, the train. It was honestly, I was really cool. We basically like had the potluck in a train car, which we rented out. And I'm pretty sure like most people who do this are like children who have their birthday parties in the train car. Not me, not my friends. No, no, no. We're like full grown adults, obviously enjoying the train car like we deserve. And also a bunch of people brought their dogs because it's like a dog friendly park as long as they're leashed. And it was just really cute. I love dogs. Everyone was really happy, and we all got to look at trains. And there was a very impressive like train model. So yeah, just like living our best lives. I also got new headphones this month, which is for some reason, well, you all know this. I talked about it, but I was mostly pleased with the purchase because I recently got like my new little vlog camera and I got like the Best Buy credit card so that I could get like a lot of points on the camera. And then I used those points plus a gift card from Best Buy to get my new headphones. So I've had to pay very little money out of my own pocket, like direct for the new headphones, which, I felt like optimized girl math, advanced girl math, girl math level 3. That's me. Do. And then I didn't really do anything for like the next week, I guess. I was just like working, going to the animal shelter again. I guess like, just working really, living life because I knew that I had a big like upcoming end of the month because I went to Santa Barbara for the first time. I have like this mentor person through the GET program that I'm in, and she's really cool. So we went to Santa Barbara just to kind of like hang out, get to know each other, chat about the industry, etc. And I again never been to Santa Barbara before, so I was very excited to go. I like going to new places, and it was really fun. Though we did go to this like olive oil store. They also sold olives, and I tried some of the olive oil, and I like olive oil, like I love it with bread and stuff. But I have learned, I mean, I really knew this, but I was not prepared for like how strong olive oil tastes like without the bread component, if that makes sense, to like go along with it. So that was a little overwhelming to be like, I was like, whoa, I really needed the water. Like, thank God they also had water there. Because it was a bit much, but it was still like a cool experience for sure. And then we also went to in Santa Barbara, they have like kind of a pier that you could actually, or I guess they called it, was it a wharf actually? They may have called it a wharf, maybe a wharf. Anyways, you could actually like we actually like drove onto it and parked on it, which was like, what are we doing? Is this safe? Are we gonna collapse and we're gonna sink into the ocean? It was fine. There was no collapsing, no sinking into the ocean. Obviously, not a problem. But I was like a little disarmed initially. And then I had to work for a few more days. Boo. But then it was time for San Francisco, which I've obviously been posting about on shorts because it was such a great trip. Excuse me. I'd never been to San Francisco. So it was again like another place I'd never been to. And I was meeting with one of my best friends from high school. And it was it was honestly just like such a great weekend. Though I am tired again, like from the weekend and just like in life in general. But we did so much walking. I mean, like I think one of the days we got like 18,000 steps or something. So great for my training stamina for my New Zealand trip. But oh my gosh, like Lauren dead, right? But I mean, it was great. I got to meet her grandparents because they invited me for Thanksgiving, and I got to see redwoods. I got to see salmon like upstream swimming. It's part of their like spawning season, which was really, really cool because that's something everyone kind of hears about, like, oh, salmon do this. So to actually like see the salmon, I don't even eat salmon, and I was excited about it. Okay. And I was just so excited about how many trees there were. I'm so used to like thinking of California as like just like LA, like the whole way, right? But it's not the case. It's not the case. And I'm happy, so happy it's not the case. We also then got to take like the ferry from like the county where her grandparents live, like across the bay, I guess, to San Francisco. And it was very windy on the boat, but it was cool still to be like taking a ferry, right? I mean, it's obviously like a modernized boat, but it feels very like I don't know. I guess I would say like Rose from Titanic, except obviously cruise ship was ferry and we didn't sink. There was no icebergs. It's in San Francisco Bay, but it was still a cool thing to do. And then we hustled to drop our bags off at the hotel and then get to the Palace of Fine Arts because I really wanted to go because that building's kind of like the inspo for some of like Barbie and the 12 Dancing Princesses, which is one of my favorite Barbie movies. And we made it. Like the lighting was perfect. It was gorgeous. I was very happy. And it was just like a victory all around. We also took like all more public transit. I'm a public transit queen. My friend's a public transit queen. So we were living it up. We got like Clipper cards on our phones and we were just like tapping around. I love it. I felt like we were really, being economical and environmentally friendly, which is like two wins, right? Two wins. I love it. We also like just like kept, killing the game. We went to like Boudin Bakery, but the one like the big one at Fisherman's Wharf, and we ate at the restaurant. And I got this divine clam chowder in a sourdough bread bowl. The bread was so good, and we actually got to watch them like making the bread. They have like a viewing area, so you could watch them do the baking. And I love my bread. Okay, love my carbs. And I just looked down and realized my pizza I like sort of forgot about and it's getting a little cold. So I'll just probably finish because I'm on a roll and then I'll like zap it in the toaster oven. But I love my bread. Okay. So I was so happy. It was so tasty. Also, we checked out a really weird place called like the Musée Mécanique, which it's an antique coin operated machine, like arcade kind of space. And those toys, machines, things like a lot of them did not age well because they were a lot of racist machines, sexist machines, not great. But there was one that was like playing golf, which I enjoyed, even though I was really bad at playing little mechanical golf. And my friend did skee ball because she's good at skee ball. So we did what we could. But it was an interesting place, but like definitely be warned, okay? We were not prepared for what we were about to see, okay? Not prepared. And then the next day was like Alcatraz Day, which, if you don't know Alcatraz, it's like the prison that Al Capone was in and other people, but he was like, I say, like the most notorious prisoner there. And I didn't realize it was so close to shore. if that makes like, when I ever learned about octopus or whatever, I always thought it was kind of, like, further off San Francisco, but, like, you can see each other then really well. It's like, "Oh, there's San Francisco." It's like, "Oh, there's" like, they're visible. So, I still would not have wanted to be there as a prisoner, obviously, but, I was surprised at how, like, close it was, I guess, which I guess makes more sense as to why, like, people who would try to escape thought they could maybe, like, swim to where they needed to go to escape because they could, like, see land the whole time. I don't know. But I thought that was really fascinating, uh, place to go, and, yeah, I thought it was very interesting, and they had another section just about, like, mass incarceration in the United States as a like, in general, and how it's become like, it's so much bigger in the US compared to other countries, and, like, how it really unfairly targets Black people and other people of color, which I think is very interesting, and I recommend everybody watch 13th by Ava DuVernay if you haven't. It's, like, a really enlightening documentary that the exhibit didn't, like, talk about 13th, but they reminded me of each other. And because there's no good way to, like, leave talking about mass incarceration, we're gonna just talk about sea lions because that's what's next. While we were going there, I thought I heard sea lions, and my friend was very nice and let me, slightly detour us to try to find the sea lions, and we did find sea lions. It was really exciting. There's the sea lions. Obviously, I've seen sea lions at, like, zoos before, and I have seen sea lions in San Diego in the wild, but that was years ago, so it was really cool to see them fresh. We also saw dolphins as well in the bay, which I was not expecting, but was very happy to see. And after we finished, like, the morning events, we went to the Exploratorium, which my friend really was excited about. It seemed cool. I was a little worried to be, like, mostly, like, aimed for, like, children, and it's definitely, like, great for kids because so much is interactive, but I had a fabulous time, okay? I am an adult, sadly, I am an adult, and I had an amazing time, okay? I loved testing the stuff. I loved checking out some of the things, like, we were doing some of the experiments, we were playing with the stuff, we were doing the tests. It was great, okay? Age has no limits. It has no age limits, that's what I meant to say, okay, for a fun time. And, yeah, I recommend, okay? I highly recommend because then you too can stand in a kaleidoscope of yourself, which is wild, okay? They also had, like, plants, and this was so cute. I didn't take a picture of this, but they had some plants, and you could see, like, the kind of biologist notes, like, next to certain things, and they were like, "Look, this corm is, like, growing its own corms," and they were, like, so excited about how it's, like, the kind of plants, like, it's, like, growing little baby plants, kind of how succulents do. So I just thought it was really sweet that they're obviously so invested that they're leaving these, like, little notes that included, like, smiley faces and stuff. Really cute. And also, it was just also gorgeous. Like, I got this picture of one of the piers. The lighting is hard to see, like, from my phone through this, but I was not prepared for how, like, beautiful everything was gonna be. I also was not prepared for that it was gonna be so sunny, okay? I looked at the weather and it said, like, partly cloudy. And yes, I'd be thinking, "But Lauren, partly cloudy means partly sunny." It's like, yes, but I think of partly sunny as, like, partly sunny or, like, mostly sunny versus cloudy. So I did not bring sunglasses. I was like, I don't need to bring my sunglasses. I'll leave them in the car and leave my other pair of sunglasses in my apartment. Regrets. Okay. I refused to buy sunglasses. So I didn't buy any sunglasses the weekend, but I wish I had brought them. Okay. Because it was sunny. So if you go to San Francisco, please bring sunglasses because it will be sunny. Okay. I was for some reason thinking San Francisco had, like, Seattle weather. I don't know where I got that from. Okay. It was a mistake. Um, anyways, we went to the Cable Car Museum, which, if you're interested in cable cars or transit or just, like, kind of old transport systems, you're gonna have a fabulous time. It's not too big, but I thought it was really interesting. I was really excited. I got to go, like, now I've been on the only, like, operating cable car system left in the world. So check that off the list. Super cool. And we went to the aquarium, which, again, not like a huge aquarium, not like the big one at, like, the Monterey Bay, but I thought it was really fun. We got to see some not sea otters, river otters, which I always love me an otter. We saw lots of jellyfish. There's a lot of, like, those cool tunnels that you can walk through. There was an interesting shark exhibit. So we had a nice time. And we also then we were going to try to go to, like, Hyde Pier, but that was actually kind of closed off for, like, renovations. But we still ended up looking at, like, the Maritime Museum, which was nearby, or not the Maritime Museum, the Maritime, like, National Visitor Center, which was basically the museum. Like the museum was really big. This was like a smaller place, but it was still big. Okay. And it had this whole like exhibit called like the waterfront, which took you through like the eras of like the development of the area. And there was like video portions and honestly some kind of creepy like mannequin structures. I'm not a fan of those. It's like why I'm afraid of clowns. It's that like phrase of where you're like afraid of something that like looks human but like isn't quite human or something. I have that for sure. But it was honestly really fascinating. So it was just I don't know. It was honestly just like such a great time, and I had the best time. And it was just like a great way to end the month. And it was yeah, it was great. Also, I realized I just talked about things that happened on Sunday, which was actually the first because I got so carried away. Basically, everything that started at the Cable Car Museum was actually in December, but it's fine. We're just gonna move on. It was a great month. I'm tired. I'm a little loopy. I need to finish my pizza. I need to do a little more cleaning, and then it's gonna be an early to bed night for Lauren. Okay, but thank you so much for watching. If you're watching it later or whatever, feel free to comment whatever you want. I will put the link to my film campaign. And yeah, I appreciate all you guys' support all the time this year and beyond. Like YouTube support. All right. Okay. My brain is going. So bye.